All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. It's Pastor Dow. I'm sure y'all paid attention to my last couple of videos and what I'm trying to do. I'm going to go ahead and let you in on what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying my best to wake the conscience of the general American populace. We live in a time where hope and reason has all but literally been abandoned because we have the rich that rule over us, the people, the American people, to our own hurt. And when you have the rich ruling over the poor to that level, what they then do is they try to commandeer people to be officers for their system, such as people joining the FBI, the CIA, the Army, the Navy, Air Force, Marines, Delta, all different types of stuff in order to continue on their world dominance. And then again, what do you have? Well, you have people who are literally submitted, police, sheriff's departments, detectives. Literally, you have all these people who are part of the system, judges, Supreme Court judges, of the rich who actually makes the laws. And if you notice, if you watch me any length of time on this YouTube channel, the one thing that I've definitely opposed is the term that the controlled corporate propagandized news media has used over and over again. And that's that word democracy. Every single time you turn around, all you hear is democracy. Democracy. In our democracy. And it's like the people that they're interviewing literally have no idea what is taking place and what is being said every single time they use that word. The democracy is a code word for another system that is actually taking over the system that you and I think that is functioning and operating today. And no wonder when we go into their court systems and stuff, and when we go into their, and I notice I use terms like their, us, them, their, because that's exactly what's going on. Because this government that we have today, this is not a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. I know it's a hard pill for people to swallow, but the truth is we've been hijacked as a country. And this thing right here, this thing is nothing but a relic. We have in our minds Constitution, but the powers that be are smart enough to know that we can change this Constitution right up under their nose and operate and function and put into place a different system. Don't tell them anything. Don't tell the American people anything, because if they knew that they have been trumped and the Constitution is no longer in effect, they'll start a riot in this country and they would have all our heads and they would hang us. So what we do is we deal with the American people wisely. We tell them that we are democracy when this clearly says that you are a republic. We continue to keep on cramming ideology, our system of belief down their throat to the point that without conscious thought, they keep on repeating the same things that we say, and pretty soon they're on our side. And that's what's happening. That's what's going on. And excuse me, we're in a time where we have lost heart. We have all but literally given up. And they have used a literal soft form of war. The first attack they used was to go in religiously. Is to indoctrinate the people religiously, because, people in America have a strong belief system. And when they indoctrinate you religiously, they know if they can keep you in disobedience to what the scriptures say, that they can bring curses upon you. But then, if you've got a people who exercise self-autonomy, and they can think independently other than other than the stuff that we're cramming down their throats, then they know, we're going to have issues and trouble with those. So then what does the system do? Well, they have the system in place where Big Brother watches all those people. And they've got the general populace so conditioned and so under control that anyone who has a voice of truth, anyone that speaks truth, you have been trained to call them the cult. And now that the Constitution is no longer in effect and they're operating after another set of laws, which they're not letting you and I know. But when you get charged, when you get pulled over, when you go into the court systems, you realize something is gravely wrong. When they can continually keep imposing tariffs on us, taxes, and they secretly do it now. You know what I mean? When you have a cell phone now. I remember a few years ago, Obama and them was raising taxes, and the one way they did it was went into the carriers of the cell phones, and they imposed another tax upon the people. And, you know, I mean, no big deal, you know, a few cents here, a few cents there, but a few cents over 360 million people is a lot of moolah. And so we're blinded today. We can't see the forest for the trees because we have loved lies and we have embraced comfort. And they have given us all the comfort we have ever wanted and ever needed. And now they're banking on us acquiescing to anything that they put out. And the fear is jail. They're going to threaten you with jail. We've lost heart. There's literally no fight. Somebody asked me some time ago, Pastor, you ever think there's going to be a revolution in this country? Nope, because we ain't no heart for it. We just literally got no heart for it. The quality of men today is totally different than the quality of the men 100 or 200 years ago. When you was in a position where you could live free, if you couldn't live free, then you was going to die. We don't have it today. We'll do anything we can to continue to take another breath. We don't care how indentured we want to leave our family members, or anybody coming behind us. Just don't mess with my little piece, my nest egg, my comfort. And I'm going to do whatever they say because they got us right where they want. And so we're going to continue to keep seeing high taxation imposed upon us without literal representation, because the amount of money that they receive from us in a paycheck, taxes, public officials, pales into comparison to the campaign contributions that they receive from the powers that be. I mean, they can get a couple of campaign contributions and boy, they can make hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars by doing the corporate elite and the establishment favors. Well, I know I sound crazy because, see, they've trained the preachers of the day to deceive you. They've got the news media today, which is not a fair and balanced news media. I don't care if it's Fox, CNN, MSNBC, CBS, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You have to, and then all the people out on YouTube. Yeah, I'm under the weather a little bit. And all the people out on YouTube, they have a total different alternative way that they present things. Them are the ones that is going to help preserve your liberties. But your liberties can only be preserved by your consent. Because if you continue to keep bowing down and giving them consent, jurisdiction, it's all but over. And literally it's all but over now. Because they have soaked us with entertainment. They have, distracted us with the Dallas Cowboys beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have all but literally sapped total faith. And now government, which is supposed to be very, very small like this. Now, it used to be like this, that the government used to fear the people. Now it's done changed, flipped upside down. Now the people fear the government, i.e. 1,200 and something people can get killed on American streets by law enforcement officials, and not one indictment has come forth. Not one charge. Nobody's gone to prison. Nobody's been put to death for killing innocent civilians in that system. And of course, I look like the sore thumb out of the joint. I'm the one that's trying to inform. But people today, they don't want to hear that. Just don't rock the boat. The boat is already rocking. Not only is it rocking, it's coming apart. And soon, we're all going to be drowning. But that's what's happening. And so the rich have their parties. They have their balls. They fly across the pond to see each other and stuff. And they grandstand and stage plays in front of the cameras and stuff. And now we have the selections going on where they act like, just like in WWE, that they're at each other's throat, and then backroom deals, boy, I got you, didn't he? Yeah, I got you, boy. That was a good one. That was a good one. Trump, man, I tell you, really got us going on that one, boy. Woo-wee, man, I tell you, all this mudslinging we doing, I wonder how much we can take of this before we start taking it personally. And where are we at as a people? Dumb, dormant, docile, demoralized, and demonized. Still, nobody can tell you nothing. Can't tell you nothing. You know why? Because the very system that deceives you has convinced you that people like me, is a veteran, is a terrorist. I'm just utterly amazing. Utterly amazing. So how you doing since 9/11, since all our civil liberties has literally eroded? How you like your country today where you can walk into the airport and see police officers walking around with AR-15s, assault weapons? That's what CNN and Fox News call them, at the ready. Just because they're at the ready, don't mean they know how to use them. But, I mean, it sure is a show of power and force where the threat is not too real, is it? I tell you, it's just utterly amazing. Utterly amazing. Well, don't know what more I can say. Because the ideal of truth is to set you free. But if you're comfortable and you love lies, I understand. If you got some better information, and if you have a solution, I started a new movement called #Solution. Send it to me. Tell me what we ought to do. We're thinking a constitutional republic. They keep telling us democracy. And when you don't know the difference, you don't know what's done happen. I think I said enough to disturb us all tonight. Have a wonderful evening.